Hey everybody, Mr. B here, and welcome to the loft. Now, I'm not quite sure where this is actually going to go, but I'm craving like some vegetables over some form of grain, if you will. And so what I've got here, water has started for some farro. I was wanting some brown rice, but I don't have any. I'm just coming back in from the holidays and the like. Anyway, I've got some boiling water, about a tablespoon of some better than bouillon. And that water level just does not look like what I'm wanting here. So let me add another cup. All right, that may be a disaster, but we will make it work. And in that water goes my farro. We'll give that a stir and cover it. Let that come up, back up to a boil while we think about some vegetables here. So, went to the farmer's market on Sunday after I got back into Atlanta and, picked up some stuff. Trying to get back on track a little bit. Let's see here. Let's get some broccoli. Now all this has been washed. What I typically do when I get home, I unload everything, I wash everything, I let everything dry because moisture tends to not be your friend with this sort of stuff. And then I store it. This way when I get in a mood like I'm in right now, I just pull it from the refrigerator. It just seems like it's less work if you don't have to wash before you chop and all of that kind of stuff. Now let's see here. Let's get out maybe a bit of red onion, because why not, right? Maybe a couple of scallions here. Why not? Let's pull 3 out. I also found in the cupboard, this is kind of a pantry thing, right? A can of Great Northern beans, so why the hell not use those? Let's get us a bell pepper going. I'm going to use that for some other stuff. You know what I'm going to do? Let's see. Let's pull out a can of these. Let's pull us out a can of some fire roasted tomatoes here. I'm going to need a pan to cook this kind of stuff. I freaking love these non-stick skillets. I'll try to remember to leave a link for these. I've got them posted on my website. You know, they're perfect. I always hand wash them. And I, put like a washcloth to store them one on top of each other so they don't get kind of bung up. And then, for the price point, they've lasted a hell of a long time for the, the amount, frequency that I use them, right? Let's see. Get a little light on this situation. A little bit of olive oil in the pan. Ooh, you know what I'm forgetting? We're going to need some garlic for this up in here. I don't know, maybe about 3 cloves should do it. And let's think about what do I want for my flavors here. I think I'm going to go with some chili flakes here, because, why not? And I don't know, what else? What else looks good? Maybe, I don't know, maybe just some general, do some garlic powder. Why is that wrong? Maybe I want to, I don't know, be a little fancy here. Let's go with maybe some za'atar garam masala, right? Maybe I want to go kind of, maybe that's where I'm going. I don't know. We're throwing it together, right? Let me just kind of make a double tablespoon of each. The za'atar, right? A little bit of curry. Maybe the garam. All right, so that's za'atar, curry, and garam masala to throw up in here. And I don't know, with those beans, I think some cumin would be pretty good here. I'll just eyeball this. There's no point in being so damn fussy with it. It's just me. All right, and let's see. I also want, there we go. I'm going to throw some of this Aleppo pepper up in here. Maybe about a teaspoon of that. Poor Porky having his stress because I'm cooking. I don't know what that is about. Okay. We can just kind of give that a mix up there. And I'll go ahead and add my salt and pepper on that too, and that'll be my spices done. Just sort of a pinch. I don't think we got to get too crazy. My farro is going to have that better than bouillon up in it, so that's going to be some salt coming to the table. Alright, so that's going to be that. Okay, so let's get some chopping and some prep done. So I think what I'll do is maybe use that to kind of catch my vegetable chop here. So let's get a red pepper going. In you go, thank you very much. So this is, you know, a weeknight situation going on here. I hear so many people that will say, oh, just cooking for one person is too hard to cook for one person. I'm not buying into that, okay? Because a lot of things that you can do, you know, it's freezable. This is something I could easily have for, you know, depending on the quantity of leftovers for lunch later this week. Something like this would be perfect for, you know, you always have those work days where you, you know, you've got 5 minutes, if you're lucky, to, you know, make it to your next meeting when you're quote unquote double booked all day and stuff like that. So I need to get the sticker off of that. Despite that, I did wash it. I just didn't necessarily take the stickers off. Sometimes when you're taking the stickers off, you damage the skin, right? All right, broccoli. What I'm going to do is just kind of cut around the trees here and get my broccoli disconnected from the stalk. And then maybe I will just kind of bring that down into something a little bit more manageable. I'm not really worried about presentation here because, you know, like I said, it's just me. Now on the stalky part, you know, I kind of like to use them because it gives it an extra crunch. You're going to want to cut sort of this dead end off of it. And then I typically kind of go around the sides of it to kind of get some of that hard bit off of it. And all of this is going to depend on, you know, the shape of your stalk, if you will. And then we will just, I'll just, you know, get this on down into kind of more bite-sized chunks like that. Okay. Porky? Porky, want some broccoli? And we'll just give the garlic a rough kind of chop. Mindful of my damn fingers. Push that off to the side there. I think I'm only going to use, you know, maybe even as little as just a kind of a, I don't know, a third of this onion here. Let's try that. I don't know, maybe strings. And these, I'll go ahead and just add to the pan. We can heat that up when we are so inclined to do so. And I think I'll add my garlic powder on into the rest of my seasoning mix here. Give that on a stir back in. All right, let's take a moment to drain off our beans and give them a rinse, get the brine off of them. It just seems to help matters, if you will. In the sink and let them drain. You are recycling. Okay, so there we are. What, 10 minutes, and we've started our grain. We've prepped a few veggies. Got our spice profile. I can open my tomatoes. Maybe just give these a slight drain. But it won't hurt it if there are some extra. Keep the chili powder out. Goes there. And this back in the fridge. Ah, look at what I found. Jalapeno. To jalapeno or not to jalapeno? That is the question. I'm going to be making something pretty spicy later this week, so I think I'm just going to let that ride. You may think that I'm crazy for refrigerating my onions. Here's the deal. I am hypersensitive to the whatever is released that makes you cry. And if you refrigerate it, keep it cold, then that seems to buy you some damn time. If I chop an onion room temperature, I wouldn't be able to be talking to you. Now, what is key is you're going to want to wrap them up pretty damn good, because you don't want it to, any of that onion flavor to like really permeate into your dairy, you know, or whatever else is in there that you don't want it permeating into. All right, onions, garlic. We've got broccoli and red pepper, tomatoes, green onions, we've got our beans, waiting on us. I'm going to go ahead and prep my onions. This will really be more for a garnish. We'll come back when the grain is a little bit closer to being done because I don't want like to kind of really F up the timing. And the thing about when you're cooking these grains like this, once they're done, they can sit covered for a substantial amount of time without losing a lot of temperature. So we're going to check back with you then. I'm going to call it on the grain here. It had a little bit more water in it than I would like, or stock, because it didn't look right, so I had a little bit more. Remember, heat off, going to cover it. I'm going to set this off. Now we'll get this heat going. Just going to start with some oil and my onions, and I'll take it from there. I'm going to put this on a high heat because I want it to get going. Then I'm going to just reduce it as I go, right, as I need to. Hey, buddy. Oh, my goodness. All right. Onions are going pretty darn good here. Just getting them kind of soft, translucent on that stuff. And then the next thing I want to do is add my chili flakes to this hot oil. And that's going to help permeate down into the oil so it will coat everything else. And we will give that kind of a whirl just quickly. All right, same thing with my garlic here. We're only going to want to do this for about a minute because you don't want to burn your garlic because it just gets really bitter and not very nice. But you want to get it kind of start opening up again. It's going to get into the oil as well. Okay, and now I'm going to add, I don't know, maybe about half, maybe a little bit more of my spice mixture because I want to toast this up. It almost starts to make kind of a saucy sauce. And I have some water on standby, some water or stock in case it starts to kind of seize on you a little bit. Boy, this is going to be good. In fact, I think I am going to go with just a little. Let that come up. Boy, this is going to be good. Let's get our veggies in. We get that coated on. And I can add my beans in as well. A little bit more water. Yeah, let's see. I think this lid will fit. If not, it'll fit good enough. Actually, let me get a proper lid. This will just let those vegetables kind of steam up a little bit. Let's give everything kind of a stir here. This is very versatile. we're just cooking up some veggies, right? You could add, spinach or kale to this if you wanted to, any kind of vegetable, zucchini, carrots, whatever. And you've got a simple, healthy Tuesday night meal. Now let's see here. I'm going to give this a taste. See where we're at from a seasoning perspective, right? Try a couple of beans. Very nice. I'm going to add a little bit more of my seasoning in here. Okay? And this can of tomatoes. Skillet's almost not big enough. See if I can give this a toss. Good. Last thing I'm going to do here is hit it with my green onions. I'm not even going to bother really to stir this part. And I chopped up some fresh parsley off camera because just because it's a Tuesday night meal doesn't necessarily mean it ain't got to be good, all right? Right, I'm going to plate it up. We're going to take our farro here and with this thing and just kind of lightly sort of fluff that. Right? And let's see. There we go. I guess we're doing a bowl tonight, huh? So we're going to put our grain down in the bottom of that. And let's get some of our vegetable mixture. Get some of the juice so that it, gets down into the grain real good. All right, let's give this a taste, right? So here you have it, guys. I mean, the point of what I'm doing here is get in and play. Get in the kitchen and play around. Everything I had here, I had pantry or, bought at the farmer's market or, where the hell can't you get broccoli, and a bell pepper. And I was hungry. I wanted something good. And 30 minutes later, here I am. It's not even 5 o'clock. That's damn good. That's damn good. Like I said, get in, play around with stuff. You can't go wrong, right? 9 times out of 10, it's going to be better than any damn takeout or DoorDash or food meal kit or whatever that you're going to get. So that's this one in the books here, guys. I don't even have a name for it. I don't know. Pantry stir fry. Tuesday night curry. I don't know. Anyway, if you like this, please subscribe. Click the like button. Come along for the ride, kids. We're going to see you next time. Cheers. Mm-hmm.